Listen, my best friend is one of the hottest Colombian women you'll ever see. She's
Your best friend?
Yeah, okay. And she,
wait, all right.
She's in her early 50s, and this is one of the hottest Colombian women you'll ever see.
Fernando, hold on.
Sure.
All right.
Uh-oh.
So that's all right. So that's something I could disagree with. So I honestly do not think men and women can be friends. But you just said best friends. I think acquaintances, yes. But best friends, because just at the end of the day, I think biologically, in the inside, men are either going to be friends with a woman to be waiting on the sidelines to be friend zoned and then eventually sleep with her when the opportunity arises. Or it's just a coworker, it's a client, it's this and that, and that's it. It's an acquaintance. But you just said best friends. Can you explain that dynamic? How can I can't understand, and I don't disagree with it. But again, we could disagree here. This, we're two educated, intelligent men.
Absolutely.
How can a man and a woman be best friends?
Well, I would argue that in my scenario, and I'm not going to drop her name here, she'll kill me, but I mean, eventually she'll watch the show, she'll know what I'm referring to. But we have a healthy respect for each other where, we see eye to eye in a lot of things, but, my goals are different about how I approach dating. And I say this without trying to sound smug or arrogant or whatever. I've dated enough in my life. I think I've dated for 2 men in my lifetimes. I approach dating differently for some years now because my goals are different. The idea of getting laid, and that's something that when you're in your 20s, like it's, oh my God, it's something that is expedient. You need to get this done. Even in your 30s, the idea is that as you get older and you realize you've dated enough, you look at dating differently and what my goals are and what I'm looking to do. And in the case in point with my best friend, like she understands me. She understands my quirks, super protective of me. Never really liked any woman I've ever dated. She's always been very, very sort of like specific, like, okay.
I wonder why.
No, actually, you know what? It's funny. It's not always that scenario because you're thinking like behind the scenes, like, what does she want? Like, this is the thing. Like, I adore her to death, but our life goals are different. Like, she, for example, and she's going to hate me bringing up her stuff, but like, she's already been a mom. She has 2 full-grown sons.
Over 18?
Oh, yeah. Like, we're talking about like late 20s.
Okay.
Like these are full-blown adult males. She has a granddaughter.
Is she single?
What's that? Yeah, she's single, yeah. So when we would talk all the time and look at, well, do we prospectively like make a good match or we don't? We don't. Because our life goals are different. Doesn't mean that I can't still care about her. It doesn't mean I still can't hold her in high regard and she can understand me or I can understand her. Yeah, like we function that way, not because she's on the sidelines, nor am I on the sidelines hoping, like, no, like I date serially and she always tries to give me guidance like, well, Fernandito, like, okay, be careful with A, B, and C because I know you. And you know what, like...
Let me ask you a question,
sure,
Fernando.
Sure.
Have you guys ever had a history?
No.
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 All right. I trust you, Fernando.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, we could agree to disagree, but listen, I'm gonna keep an open mind. I understand in that specific scenario when I understand, she's had her kids, they're older now. She's not looking for more kids, and then you're looking to have kids. Mm-hmm. So I understand that dynamic, but really, but best friends, like I'm mind blown.
And it's funny. I mean,
do you have a male best friend?
Oh yeah, I have about 3 of them. Yeah, like from childhood. Yeah, okay. I have like 3 buddies that like.
So let me pick. I never had a female best friend, mm-hmm. So maybe I could get educated and then I could seek a female best friend here. Okay. All right. Have you shared anything with your female best friend that you never shared with your male best friend?
Probably yeah. Like maybe like for example, being heartbroken over a relationship. Right? So like a few years back, like a relationship I was in for some time soured, and it really rocked me. Like it really rocked me because I was looking to marry this woman, and it didn't work out. And that's okay. You take as a guy. Listen, a guy who says he's never taken L's in dating. No,
you
is
take
lying.
L's.
Fuck you take L's all the time. Yeah. Absolutely. And
we're used to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is what makes us guys.
Absolutely.
Experience, tell you.
And I remember that during that summer when I was really recovering emotionally, where I was a mess. Like I was really, really upset. I was like reevaluating, like, well, what could I have done better? Like we started doing that Monday morning quarterbacking, right? About like, well, what could you have done better? If I had done this, could we have worked out? And at the end of the day, like these are conversations that I can have with her because she's a woman. Again, the nurturer, right? The idea of, well, I'm a woman and, I can tell you exactly whether or not this was going to work out, Fernando. As opposed to my buddies where like, F that bitch, and you know what, she had a good thing with you, and she's toxic, she's A, B, and C, which, you know, again, a lot of my friends had lots of opinions of my exes, right, where they didn't always act right, and they were toxic or this or that. You know, she wasn't like that. She was like, listen, own your culpability and why this relationship went south. She may never do that. Hey, that's on her. But you own your shit. As opposed to my buddies were like, well, you know, come on, bro. Like, you know, you're a good catch. You have A, B, and C. You know, give me a break. She didn't want to marry you. That's her loss. You know, she'll say that to me, but in a much sort of smoother way where, hey, listen, yeah, I get it. She lost out on you. But understand that, like, moving forward, you need to have a healthy perspective of dating. My buddies, again, I love them to death. But they're not going to say that to me. Because what happened? Because what ended up happening after that relationship soured, my one buddy was like, you know what? We're going to Vegas. Let's go Liberty Weekend. F her. Let's go. Let's forget about her. Let's just go crazy in Vegas. And we did. We went Liberty Weekend for 5 days. There's stuff that I'm glad that, you know, I won't talk about openly. And there's videos out there that are on my cloud and they're going to stay there. Yeah. But the point is that, like, did the weekend help? Oh, absolutely. I forgot about it real quick. But then once the plane landed in Newark, I said, okay, I need to sort of recoup my life again.
Yeah, reality check.
And as opposed to talking to her, my best friend, she was like, listen, you got that out of your system. That's great. Please approach dating in a healthier way. Don't just date someone for the sake of, okay, because I'm very much an idealist when it comes to the romance and, you know, oh, it's going to work out. If we just work at it, love wins. In the respect to my best friend, she's like at least honest enough to say to me, hey, listen, you know what? From now on, be healthier. You're a little more vigilant now. You can detect the red flags. You've always been good at detecting red flags, but stay true to you. Like, don't just settle and don't just be like, because, you know, she was like, you don't have trouble meeting women. For as long as I've known you, you've always dated good-looking women. Now, some exes might disagree and say, well, you know, not every ex is good-looking. No, they've all been good-looking, you know, but she's always been very supportive and consoling, as opposed to my buddies who I love them to death, but, you know, at the end of the day, they're guys. They're going to be like, well, just get someone new and you'll be fine.